Let's bring in Dr. Sebastian Gorka, of course, Fox News national security strategist, former deputy assistant to the president, author of the new book, Why We Fight, Defeating America's Enemies with No Apologies. Good to have you here, Dr. Gorka.
Thanks, Ed.
Obviously, the book undoubtedly focuses on our enemies around the world, but when you see a case like this of just unspeakable horror, there are some enemies from within, unfortunately, and tragically as well, it seems.
Absolutely, absolutely. This tragedy proves to us yet again that anti-Semitism is alive and well, and we have to be on our guard to pick up the signs early, to find people that are going to act on it like this heinous individual, and to intercept them before they can actually do violence. So yes, everybody has to be on their toes. Everybody has to report anything they see that is suspicious. In this case, there were some social media postings that, if they had been picked up in time, could have perhaps led to the law enforcement or to the authorities intercepting this. But unfortunately, evil is real, Ed. It walks the earth, and this man was evil.
Doctor, you're right. I mean, evil is very real, yet a lot of folks after the shooting are quick to point fingers at President Trump and say, you know, it's an environment of hate that has led to this. What do you say to folks that make that claim?
First, I'd like to point out the facts to them. Donald Trump's grandchildren are Orthodox Jews. His daughter converted to Judaism. Donald Trump is the first president in 23 years to keep our nation's promise to the people of Israel and to recognize Jerusalem as its capital and to move our embassy. So those are the facts. The only thing that is evil in this instance is the man who perpetrated this massacre and the anti-Semitism that he was propagating. Also, note that we now know from his social media that the perpetrator of this massacre hated the president as well. So we've got to stop the people who are exploiting tragedy for their own political purposes.
Now, Dr. Gorka, before the shooting, former DNC Chair Howard Dean had this to say about Donald Trump.
Evil lurks in the hearts of men. The Democrats have made plenty of mistakes, but they are about the future and idealism and making America a better place. This has now become a struggle about good versus evil. And the President of the United States is evil.
Your reaction?
Howard who? The most irrelevant man, the most laughable character in American politics for the last generation. It's unconscionable to talk about Donald Trump, who helped defeat ISIS in the form of its caliphate, an individual who's taken all kinds of slings and arrows for the American people, and it beggars belief that people like Howard Dean still think they're relevant and are insulting the President of the United States. I'll tell you what's evil. It's people who exploit tragedy for their own purposes, and also the man who perpetrated this crime.
Doctor,
anything else?
When you call someone evil, it justifies whatever means you want to use to defeat that person.
Right. You are dehumanizing. This man, Dean, is dehumanizing a person who is the duly elected president of the United States. And his comments could lead crazy people to do things we don't even want to talk about.
Dr. Gorka, important words this morning. We appreciate you coming in.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thanks, guys.